Hi guys, I hope you had a really good Christmas, and I've had questions of what I got for Christmas, so I thought I would do a haul. Now I will say that I didn't receive as many art supplies as I usually do because I got other things this year, but I got some really interesting things that I thought could make a decent video. I also have a couple of items that are kind of related to my content in a way, so I thought I would put them in this video as well. Now before I show you guys what I got, I just want to apologise for my voice. It is a little bit nasally. That's because I was also given the Christmas gift of a cold. So first of all, I got a Faber-Castell Pitt pen, and it's F. And you know what, I just thought about it, and F would mean fine, wouldn't it? I feel like an idiot. So next we have a kneadable eraser, or also known as a putty eraser. This is a Faber-Castell one. Always love the Faber-Castell kneadable erasers, and this is a brand new one. I was thinking about getting myself one in the new year, but it's like my mother read my mind and got me one. So thank you, Mother. The next thing I have is line painters. Now I've received some of these in a scrawler box before. I've also got some of these, I think last Christmas, in last Christmas's haul. These are different colours though. Now, you know when you get the gift that you don't necessarily want or you don't necessarily need? Now these are one of those things. I am grateful to get them. I am honestly grateful to my mom for these. It's just that I don't really use the line painters very often, and usually when I buy art supplies I like to use them often. So if I brought these for myself I wouldn't use them. I actually just thought of a use for these that could be really cool. Now I've been meaning to do a video with acrylic paint since I haven't really used acrylic paint properly since I was in high school, which at the very least was 5 years ago. So I think that these paint markers would be really good with acrylic paint. Now that would obviously be an experiment, but it's something to use these paint liners with, and I think having these for that video would be really handy. We are going to have to move these over here for the next thing. So let's just put that there. Next we have the Faber-Castell Albert Durer. I think that's what they're called. I should have asked my nan. My nan came for Christmas dinner, and for those who don't know, my grandmother is German, so she would know how to pronounce this. How the hell did I not ask her about this previously? Either way, these are the Watercolor Pencils. I think the previous year I got the Polychromos, so I now have the Watercolor Pencils, which is really cool. I'm so sorry about that glare, I haven't opened them yet. So let's actually get rid of this awful glare and take a look inside. Hopefully I can get this open first try. There we go. Oh, there's still the glare, but it's not as bright and as harsh. Oh, these look amazing. Oh my god, I'm so excited to use these. Oh, we've got a little booklet that shows techniques. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I've seen these watercolor pencils be used by many different artists, even doll artists, for their face-ups. So, oh, I'm excited. And I will say the colours are stunning. And it's a 36 set, so there's only one layer, which is fine by me. I'm okay with that. The next thing I got was actually a watercolor palette. Now, there's something different about this one, and some of you might already recognise the brand of this tin. Yes, it's a Modine watercolor tin, and Modine watercolor tins are known to be empty. Now I've actually gone ahead and already put some watercolour in here. So these Marriner watercolour tins come empty, or they come with half pans. Now I wanted a completely empty one so I can make my own custom palette, and this is just 24 of my 36 set of White Nights watercolour. Now White Nights, if you don't know, are my favourite watercolours, so I just put the White Nights that I got last year in the case that I got this year. And this is just a little colour chart for the order and where each one is. Now something that I know I will get after Christmas, because, you know, deliveries and all that, is some more watercolour brushes. Now this one is just an old watercolour brush that needs a change of water. It really is disgusting in there because I think there's like remnants of watercolour. Oh well, whatever. But it basically will look like this. It will just be a 6 set of these type of watercolour brushes, which are water brushes because of the barrel. In terms of the case can actually hold 48 half pans. It's only got 24 full pans, obviously. It might actually have a little bit of room for 1 half pan per row. I haven't made my mind up which half pans they would be or whether they would actually fit, but I do actually have that option, which I think is really good. I also got it in pink because it's different. I get a lot of blue stuff, so I wanted it in pink. So in terms of art supplies, the last 2 items actually come hand in hand together. So the first item, well, 3 items. These are little spray bottles that spray a fine mist of water. And the next thing is the Colourcraft Brush Show Crystal Colour watercolour powders. Or at least I think they're watercolour powders. I saw these, I think, back in April, May sort of time, around the time that I was finishing university, and I was like, oh, do I, don't I get them? And I was contemplating getting them for myself, but I thought, I don't really need them, I've got so much watercolour already. I thought, well, I'll put it in my basket and put it in my save for later on Amazon, and I thought, well, I don't know what I want for Christmas, so I just suggested this to my mum, and she got me the watercolour powder that I saw half a year ago. Now, some of these, as you can see, already have push pins in. That's because I've just tested them and to see the best way of opening them. So I actually want to show you the difference between the one I first opened and the one that I opened last. The first one I opened, you can tell which one it is because it doesn't have the ring around it, like the little safety clasp. Now, I wish I would have kept it on because I'll show you why. So I'm going to open this and I'm going to guarantee I'll have red fingers. This stuff is incredibly messy, but it produces results like no other. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing a video with these, and I actually have a little theory. I think my Instagram story of showing off what these can do was actually why people wanted to see what I got for Christmas. Around the time I found these, I saw that a lot of crafters, what they would do is that they would put push pins in the caps of these. I thought I would try it out just for the sake of like attempting to open these. And the reason why they put push pins in them is because it turns them into like a salt shaker, which I think is really cool. I would say the only disadvantage about having push pins come out the top of these is it makes them a nightmare to store But it's a really clever idea making them into salt shakers so they don't create as much mess. As I said before, I would like to do a video with these, just testing them out, having a go with them, just playing around with them essentially, and playing around with different techniques as well. And the one thing that is not in this box at the moment, is because it can't fit due to the push pins, is that there was an infographic card that told you all the different techniques that you could use these. And I really want to make a video testing all those techniques out because I think it could be fun, and using these on a final artwork as a trial of these. I really do think that I'm going to enjoy doing that video because I've never had an art supply like this before. So these are the only art supplies that I received. The last two things in this haul are actually books. They relate to my content, however, they don't necessarily look like they would relate to my content. And these are the books that I'm talking about. These are Star vs. the Forces of Evil books. Now, I know people are going to comment down below, they don't relate to your content in any kind of way. Why would you do this at the end of this whole video that's supposed to be art supplies? So for people thinking that, I just want to draw your attention to my OC universe. My OC universe has a lot of lore behind it, and this show, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, has a lot of lore behind it based on the sort of royalty of Muni that goes on, and the books have a lot of information that the show doesn't, which I find really inspirational. And the reason why is because it tells you about the rulers of Muni. Yes, this might be a spoiler, so I'm so sorry for people, but it has these awesome pieces of artwork which are so inspirational. I've always wanted to do something of this style. Obviously not this art style, but I mean like just the page in general, where it just looks so beautifully illustrated. And also there's so much lore behind each of the queens, telling you what they were like. And I think it could be really inspirational for my own character universe, especially since I'm developing all the characters and all the characters' stories. I actually see Star vs. the Forces of Evil very much like my own OC universe almost, because a lot of people, they have a main character and they focus more so about the main character. However, there's this whole world going on and everybody has their own story, and that's my OC universe in a nutshell. There's different stories for everyone. Obviously in the show goes on about Star and Marco, but this book basically shows you everything that's happening in the background, which I think is really cool and is definitely something that I've been wanting to do with my character universe anyway. So this is the end of my haul video. I'm sorry there wasn't a lot to show you guys, but this video was voted for on Instagram. People really wanted to see what I got for Christmas, and I know this video has been a long one. That's because I wanted to kind of explain what they were, because a lot of these art related items are actually kind of unexpected. Usually with art supply hauls you have good things like Copics and full watercolor sets and polychromos or Prismacolor pencils, like, you know, the really posh bougie kind of stuff. And that was my haul last year, but this year it's a little bit more toned down, more muted. There's some different things, some unexpected things, which I think is really interesting to see. It's not like last year's haul, but I'm still happy with what I've got, and I'm incredibly grateful. In general, I actually didn't get a lot of presents because I got mostly money off everyone. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, you can like it down below and also subscribe with notifications on to catch every single time that I upload and live stream. I can't really do live streams at the moment because, as you can hear, my voice is kind of dying right now, and the amount of times I have stopped to cough is just insane, so I have a lot of editing to do. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas and will have a Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!